Real Talk, Real Solutions, Episode 3 is all about home ownership. I'm your host, Ginger Gadsden. If you don't know where to start or you're feeling a little embarrassed about some of the questions you may have, we have you covered. We sit down with two local experts, realtor and franchise owner with Keller Williams Legacy Realty in Kissimmee, Ogla Gautama, and real estate broker and owner of Elite Realty Partners Incorporated in Davie, Florida, Tanisha Williams, to talk about the value of buying a house and what you need to do to get started. Now, this conversation is happening over Zoom in order to keep everyone safe during the surge of new COVID-19 cases. We start with why it's so important to buy a house.
It's not just about real estate. It's not, it goes far beyond just buying and selling homes. We are building community. We are building people. We are truly helping them personally, and it's going into, their real estate portfolios, and we're excited about it. I know for myself, my husband and I, we bought our house, our second home in 2016, and we're getting ready to sell. And the amount of equity is now going to allow us to build further wealth for our families. And that's what I want for everybody that I can actually get in contact with and help.
If you're looking at generational wealth, especially in the United States of America, most of the generational wealth is actually built out of some home ownership, right? When people own homes and you get that equity, it's something that you can pass on to your family. It's something that you can help get some of that equity, maybe pay for student loans. There's just a lot of things you can leverage once you own a home versus not buying a home.
It's also about understanding the obstacles.
There's one report that says there is a problem here in Florida. According to Zillow, 17% of Black people in Florida are denied mortgages. That's compared to 11% of whites. When you hear those disparaging numbers, and people will no doubt read those numbers and be discouraged.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and even not say this. There is a problem on the lending side. And that's why organizations like the ones I participate in, like the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, we are advocating with the Biden-Harris administration when it comes to the lending side. There's a lot of loans that don't get completed because in order to go through the underwriting process, you do have to keep providing information. Some people sometimes just give up, but there are some process issues within the lending that we need to advocate. So when you are voting for your new leaders within your districts and also your state, we need to speak about housing. There is a 30% gap in home ownership between Black Americans and white Americans. And the sad thing is, our home ownership rate in the Black community has stayed in the low 40s for so long. We almost got to 50% really briefly, but we're back to that 46%. While in the white community, it is at 74%, and it keeps just growing up. And the reason why we need to have this conversation is if we could just level up that gap and bridge it, we would actually have more Black people passing on generational wealth to their children. Because apart from really, really looking at what that gap creates from a domino effect, we can't pay for college grants for our kids, right? We can't, if you're not paying taxes, we cannot get taxes that go back to our schools. So now our schools are underserved. The housing market and home ownership is the first domino in so many issues that affect the Black community.
Part of getting started is connecting with resources.
And on the mortgage side, Ginger, there's so many programs. It's not a one-stop shop. There's programs for first-time home buyers. There's programs for veterans. There's certain areas in the Central Florida that qualifies for USDA loans 100%. And because they are zoned for USDA and people think it's the rural areas. No, they're parts of Ocoee and Apopka and Claremont, the USDA, and you can get 100% financing. Especially our veterans. There's a lot of programs to help our veterans, our military families get into homes. There's a lot of programs, especially for first-time home buyers. There's so many programs available there. If you talk to a lender, they can help you understand which one you qualify for. So please have hope, because if I could do it, you can do it.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's something that you have to set aside some time to take the proper steps, because learning about the different kinds of mortgages and what you would qualify for isn't something that you sit in a lender's office and you walk away that day knowing you may have to go back a few times, right?
Absolutely. We teach a lot of home buyer seminars throughout the county in different parts of Central Florida. They are realtors somewhere right now working with lenders, and there's a home buyer seminar somewhere where you are. You can check with your local county. You can check with your local realtor office. You can check on Facebook. You can put home buyer seminars next to me or near me on Google, and you will find one. There's banking institutions that have them. And in that home buyer presentation, they walk you through the entire process. I would actually think, Ginger, that's the first step, is to attend a home buyer seminar. There's some nonprofit organizations like Hope that actually provide free home buyer seminars consistently. You can actually find those online and attend them. A lot of them right now on Zoom, so you don't even need to, you can be safe at home and go through Zoom.
And don't forget, it's important to make sure your credit is in check.
So them start with just your credit. If you don't have any credit cards, just get a secured credit card and make sure that you're maintaining a balance under 30% of the limit, because it starts there. Sometimes we have people in our families that have maintained good credit. Ask them, can you become an authorized user? That helps build your credit. And then I also encourage you to get a savings account that you do not have a debit card to, that you do not have access to, and you are just making deposits. Yeah. You can't miss something that you've never had. So I like to encourage home buyers to just transfer that money directly from your paycheck, your job account, so you can save that money on a regular basis. But it starts with the mindset for sure.
And do not let no be the final answer.
You gave me a great story about a young lady who was probably making maybe $10 an hour, and you encouraged her, and now she is a homeowner.
Yes, I was so excited. As a matter of fact, one day last week, I remember she called me, and she called me with excitement in her voice because she got a new job. She's making great money. But when we had a buyer consultation about 2 years ago, I had to unfortunately let her know that her income just didn't qualify for a home loan. But instead of turning her away, our preferred lender, her name is Rosalie, we encouraged her. We said, you know what? This just means that you need to find a job that knows your worth. This just means that you need to get your credentials together and go out there and get a job that reflects how valuable you are. And when she called me back 2 years later, of course, we've been following up in the meantime, but to now be a nurse, to now and she said that to me. She said, Tanisha, I remember what you said to me. And now here I am with a better paying job, and I'm ready to buy a home.
Oh my gosh. Now I get why you really are so passionate about it, because just hearing that from even one person is life-changing.
Simply reaching out to a realtor can help make your dreams come true.
Investing in real estate is investing in you and your family. I tell people all the time, listen, I want my grandchildren's children to know my name. And the only way to do that is to truly build legacy, truly change lives, and really make a difference in this world. So that's my goal. That's why I thank you for this opportunity to just help people and inspire people to invest in real estate.
Oh, that you just gave me chills on that last one. That was fantastic. And I know after people see this, that they will want to reach out to you.
And you can find Tanisha Williams online at trusteliteincorporated.com and Ogla Gautama at kwlegacyorlando.com. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Real Talk, Real Solutions. I'm your host, Ginger Gadsden. We'll see you next time.